Alright, what's up everyone? Let's go ahead and get these notes here. So the title of the notes is Midpoint and Distance. Midpoint and Distance. The directions say find the midpoint of the line segment with the given endpoints. Okay. So we have a line segment. And we're just trying to like if this was A and this was B. We're trying to find the middle. What would be the midpoint? That's all we're trying to do. Okay. So to find the midpoint, you're going to use the midpoint formula. The midpoint formula is x1 plus x2 divided by 2, comma, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. Okay? So we're going to look at the points in number 1. And we're going to label them. That's x1. That's y1. Why? Because they're my first points. That's x2. That's y2. So x1 is right here. So I'm going to put a 1 in that formula spot. I'm going to substitute, right? I'm going to substitute it. So I'm going to put 1. Then I have to put a plus sign because that's the formula. Plus x2. x2. Right here, x2. And then divide that by 2 because the formula says to divide by 2. I'm going to fix that already. 1 plus a negative 9. 1 plus negative 9 is negative 8. And then divide that by 2. So can I divide negative 8 by 2? Yeah, that will give you a negative 4. So then don't forget there's a comma here and all the way. So we're almost done. Now we did the y's now. The y's. Now y1. y1 is right here. So negative 3. Put a plus sign because that's the formula. Then y2. y2 is right here. That's 10. And then divide that by 2. Let's go ahead and fix that. Negative 3 plus 10. When you add a negative 3 plus 10, it's going to give you a positive 7. And then divide that by 2. Can you divide 7 and 2? No. So either leave it 7 over 2 or put the decimal, whatever the calculator gives you. And this is your answer. This is the midpoint. Because we use the midpoint formula, right? And that's the midpoint formula. So let's try number 2. We're going to use, the midpoint formula. x1 plus x2 divided by 2, comma, y1 plus y2, divide that by 2. Label. That's x, that's y, that's x, that's y. And then these are my first ones. That's my first point, and this is my second point. So I put the 1s there and the 2s there. So now x1. x1 is right here. Negative 3. Put the plus sign because that's part of the formula. Then x2. x2, oh here it is, x2 right there. So negative 3 plus a negative 5. And then don't forget to put divided by 2 because that is the formula. Let's go ahead and fix that already. Negative 3 plus a negative 5, that's negative 8. And then divide that by 2. So negative 8 divided by 2, that gives us negative 4 again. Over here there's a comma, comma, and a comma. Because we're waiting for the last number over here that you get from the y's. Now y1, here's my y1. y1, that's 8. Plus sign, that's plus. And then y2. Here's my y2. So my y2 is negative 5. And then don't forget to put divided by 2 because that is the formula. So let's fix it. 8 plus a negative 5, that just means 3. 8 plus a negative 5, that is 3. Divide that by 2. Can you divide 3 and 2? No. So leave it as 3 over 2. There you go. That is the midpoint. Right? Number 3. Number 3 says to find the midpoint of the line segment. So you're doing the exact same thing, except there's a graph now. So let's get the points. This point here is -1, -2, -3, -4, up 1, 2. So this is -4, comma 2. The point over here is 1, 2, 3, up 1, 2, 3. So this is 3, comma 3. And as soon as you get the points, you do the exact same thing we did on number 1 and number 2. You're going to use the midpoint formula. You're going to solve. Remember, we can't do the midpoint formula unless we label. That's x, that's y, that's x, that's y. I'm going to put these as the 1s. I'm going to put these as the 2s. Right? And then it doesn't matter which ones do 1 and 2, no. As long as you have 1 and 1 and 1 and 2 and 2, you can't have 1, 2 and 1, 2, right? Just have 1 and 1 and 2 and 2. We'll use the midpoint formula. x1 plus x2, divide that by 2, comma, y1 plus y2, divide that by 2. So x1 is right here, x1. That's -4. Put the plus sign. Then x2. x2 is on the other one, so that's 3. And then don't forget to put divided by 2, because that's the formula. Let me fix this real quick. -4 plus 3, that is -1. Divide that by 2. Can I divide -1 and 2? No. So it's ready to go for the next answer. y1 is right here. y1 is 2 plus my y2. Gotta find y2. y2 is right here, which is 3. Divide that by 2. 2 plus 3 is 5. And then divide that by 2. Can you divide 5 and 2? No. So then you're done. That is the midpoint. Alright, let's finish this stuff up here. So number 4 and 5. Find the other endpoint of a line segment with a given endpoint and midpoint. What? Sounds confusing, right? This is what it means. It means that we have the midpoint. You can see there's the midpoint. And we have the point right here. We're looking for the point that goes here. That's what we're looking for. Look for that point that goes here. Instead of them giving us these 2 points, and then this is the one we're trying to find, question mark, the middle one, right? Now they're doing it the other way around. So we have to use a modified version of the slope formula, but your calculator will give you the answer pretty simply, easily. So let's see. x1 plus x2 divided by 2, comma, y1 plus y2 is equal to 2. Divided by 2. Okay. Now this equals the x of the middle. This equals the y of the middle. Okay. Now, here is the middle. This is the x of the middle. This is the y of the middle. This would be my x1. This would be my y1. I don't know what the y2 or the x2 is. That's what I'm trying to figure out. So I'm going to plug in what we know. xm xm is right here. I'm going to plug that in right there. So xm is 4. So 4 is equal to, now I need x1, and x1 is right there. So 4. Then I have to put a plus sign, plus x2. I don't know what x2 is. This is my question mark. So I'm going to put x divided by 2 and put that in the calculator. You end solve that just like the way it is. 4 equals 4 plus x divided by 2. Make sure you type it just like that, okay? And then you'll get the answer. So, but by hand, we would times 2 times 2. That will give you 8 is equal to 4 plus x. Subtract the 4. And it'll give us that x is equal to 4. So we figure out what x is. Now we need to figure out what the y is over here. So y1 is right here. That's 0. So 0 plus y. I don't know what y2 is, so that's question mark. So I'm going to call it, I can call it x or y. I want to call it y. Over 2 is equal to my ym. See ym? Well, here's my ym. It's 2. Put that exactly in end solve and you get the answer. But by hand we would do it times 2 times 2. And you would get 0 plus y is equal to 4. We don't have to write the 0. So y is 4. So x is 4 and y is 4. That means our answer is 4 comma 4. That's our answer. I know it's a little bit of work. But if we just ignore all of this, that's how we do it by hand, right? Use a calculator and whatnot. What you can do is just do this. 4 plus x divided by 2 is equal to the first number here. Then you get the second number, 0 plus y divided by 2 is equal to the second number here. And then you solve it. So on number 5, that's the trick I'm going to use. Since I already showed you how to do it the long ways, I'm just going to do it the regular way. The first number, 7 plus x divided by 2 equals the first number here, comma, first number here plus y, because I don't know what y is, divided by 2 equals the second number here. You put them in the calculator 2 different times, right? This one would be -31 comma x, this one would be -31 comma y, and then you get the answer. So then by hand is times 2. I mean, you don't have to do it by hand. I'm just showing you what the answer is. 20, subtract the 7, and you get what, 13? Over here it's going to be times 2 times 2. -7 plus y is equal to a -4. Add the 7, and y is equal to 3. So we have 13 comma 3, and that's it. But again, of course, the calculator will give you the answer of end solve, right? All I need to see on end solve is just the equation you plug in the calculator. Right. 6 and 7. To find the distance. To find the distance, use the distance formula. So real quick, I'm going to label these. x1, y1, x2, y2. Now the distance formula. The distance formula is the distance is equal to the square root x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. Again, the calculator will do all this for you. You just have to plug in the numbers correctly. So let's see. Equals the square root. x2 goes first. x2 is right there, which is -6. So parentheses -6. You have to put a minus sign because that is the formula. Now x1. x1 is 1. So put 1 squared. And then put a plus sign because that's the formula. Then another parentheses. Then you need y2 now. y2 is -4, y2 so -4. Put the minus sign because of the formula. Now y1. y1 -4. Now this right here, a minus and a minus. When you have two minuses, it turns to a plus sign. So plus. You type that in the calculator. Let me see if I still have the app so you can put in the calculator. I'll just show you in class how to do it. So you just put that in the calculator and get the answer. And that's it. We'll do the next one over here, number 7. First things first, label. x1, y1, x2, y2. The distance formula. The distance is equal to the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. x2 right there, so -2. Parentheses, -2. Put a minus sign because that's the formula. Now x1 is a -3. Remember, 2 minuses equal a plus sign. Now there's a plus sign here for the formula. Now we need y2, -7. Put the minus sign for the formula. And then we need y1, that's 5 squared. Put that in the calculator and you're done. Gives you the answer. The last question here says to find the distance here. So it's a graph, right? So first let's get the points. This is 0 down 1, 2, 3. So this is 0, -3. This one is 1, 2, 3 down 1. So this is 3, -1. x1, y1, x2, y2. Now to find the distance, you just do the distance formula. So the distance is equal to x2 minus x1 plus y2 minus y1. x2 right there, so 3. Put a minus sign with the formula. x1 0 plus sign. y2 is right here, -1. Put the minus sign as the formula. Now we need y1. y1. It's right here, -3. Oh, messed up on the formula. Don't forget the little 2's that go there. -1 minus a minus. Remember the minus is being plus. Put that in the calculator and you're done. And that's pretty much it. Remember that I didn't even tell you. The distance, you're just measuring how far it is from here to here. Like how far is it? Because we can't measure how it is because it's diagonal. If it was a straight line like this, then we could measure, you know, just count how far away it is and stuff. But we can't do it like this. And yeah, that's it. All right, later.